Hello, Serge here from the back tee at Old South, which is our home base in South Carolina, in Bluffton, South Carolina, which is just over the river, over the bridge from Hilton Head. And today I want to talk about the turn. We know that the Serge swing is described as a 3/4 limited turn, but notice I said 3/4 backswing, limited turn. There still needs to be a turn. And sometimes I see it in students, and I know it myself. It's my big problem. I get to a point where I maintain the wide knees and the outward pressure, which is the key to getting and producing the minimum turn. But I can get to a point sometimes where I don't really even turn at all. And so from this view, that would mean that instead of turning at least to where my left arm, my forward arm and shaft are over the toe line, I turn so little that the club actually goes outside. So my aiming line is here, but when I go outside, it turns a little from out to in, and I can make a perfect swing and just hit dead straight pulls. And then the other side of the coin is sometimes if I get there and I'm so tight and I move just a little bit into the ball, I hit the old hosel rocket. All right, so the big thing I'm actually thinking about now, is actually making enough turn, and even to make that little more turn, because I think I've gotten into this habit for a while, that even making just a little bit turn, I feel like I'm going crazy. And if you've heard these dailies from me in the past, what do I normally say that when I get a lot of students, golf schools and private lessons, they think that they got the 3/4 turn backswing and turn under control, and they're still turning 90 degrees or more. And so that's something that, depending on what you've been working on, especially if it's been more turn, you cut some down, but it's still way too much. In my case, I've had the 3/4 swing limited turn under control for a long time, and I get to the point where I'm not doing it. So I'm really focusing on turning and loading into my right leg and feeling my sitting down into my right leg where I can feel it the leg really activating and ready to push off, because if you sit into it, it should go down a little bit, and now when you push off, you're pushing up, so the swing's going down up, as compared to most golfers who straighten the leg up, they're going up down. So I'm gearing my enough turn to there, and I'm really focusing on making sure that I'm getting over my toe line, where turning enough to get to my toe line, so that brings me back slightly from approaching from the inside, swinging straight down the line from there, where once I hit the ball and I swing into the forward mitt. And so, just a caution, probably not too many of you have this, but it can happen when you start really getting good at the limited turn swing. So the old swing would be about there, and I can look up and I can see if there was a camera back there, I could check it out, or if I swing in front of like a window or mirror, I can see my hands are here, which if I drop the club, it's too far out in front of me, as compared to getting here. If I drop it, it's touching right in the center of my shoulder. That's where it's supposed to be. It's not a whole lot, but that whole lot makes a difference between hitting pulls and starting them straight at the target, and or if I move just a little forward into the ball, I can put the hosel rocket on it. So here we go. We're going to hit and try to make the perfect turn to the toe line. And for me, like I say right now, boy, it feels like I'm really making a big turn. And that was one really good hit, right in there, nice and solid, and as you can see here, I barely rustled the grass. Let's go ahead and try another one, hitting off in the same place. Boy, that was even better. That was dead straight, beautiful height, dead solid, perfect, right in the center of the golf club. So, check your turnout. Like anything else, too little and too much is no good. It's always searching for what is called just right. So on making the just right backswing turn, the limited turn, that's it for the Serge, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.